My friends, I hope you are having a wonderful weekend so far. I wanted to jump in here and make an update as far as what to expect from my channel a little bit going forward. I put out a Twitter poll the other day, basically just saying, I say the other day, I think it was yesterday, basically saying, would you prefer, one longer video or would you prefer shorter videos? And I think it was like 60 something percent preferring the shorter videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to plan out my videos a little bit better rather than just pure rambling, where I'll have essentially like, I'm still going to ramble. That's just what I do. But at the same time, I'm going to have a specific topic of what I'm going to talk about. So there's lots of things I want to talk about. Today's video is purely going to be about what I can see on the chart as far as no indicators or anything like that. So I'm purely going to look at technical patterns. So if that isn't your jam, please stop watching this video. Don't waste your time. I'm also going to make a video about what I think as far as options are concerned and how I will be approaching my covered calls or cash covered puts, and how I approach doing that and just options in general. And then I'm going to make a video that's a little bit, the old Illuminati, going down the rabbit hole just a little bit more speculation, but some things that I my personal opinion is both Ryan Cohen and Adam Aaron tweet out stuff that is more than what it seems. So I'm going to kind of make a video based off of that as well. So if you don't already, please follow me on Twitter, Colin_Gladman. That's where I'll be tweeting out, most of my ideas. It's the best way to get me questions if you have questions. Once again, guys, everything about what I do is trying to help as many people as I possibly can. As my followers grow every single day, that becomes harder. So I apologize if you ever feel ignored or anything along those lines. I promise you it's not on purpose. You might have to ask a couple of times, and I will be smart enough to know and understand. If I don't know, I will just flat out tell you that I don't know. The wisest people that I know are never afraid to say that they don't know. And there's going to be plenty that I don't know. There's going to be plenty that I'm educating myself on every single day. So anyway, that's going to be kind of the path moving forward for my channel. A little bit better planned out videos. And also too, I'll try to keep them a little bit shorter because I know you ADD crazy people out there, you just can't handle it. I prefer the longer videos, but I want to do what's best for the people who follow me. So let's jump into it. On the chart. So first thing I want to talk about is going to be our falling wedge, okay? We've been in this bearish downtrend right here since November the 16th, okay? As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and now 12. 12 total reactions in that time on this bearish downtrend line. So to me, that's all you need to know that it's definitely valid. I just recently tweeted out, if you look, we pretty much stopped out right at the top of this bearish trend line, which sets up the narrative of a reason to break it during earnings week, which obviously, once again, guys, Tuesday right after market close is going to be AMC's next earnings, and I'll do a video on fundamentals and earnings and everything like that later, so we won't worry about that. But I also just tweeted out that some people say the chart don't matter, buy and hold, and I am of the opinion where I'm okay with buying and holding, it's what I'm doing, but at the same time, I believe the chart is the only thing that matters. I believe it shows you when the setups for news to be released or anything along those lines is going to come out, and we are basically button up right against the trend of a long term. What is that now? We have lost, I'll go from the top right here, so we're down 60% in a 71 bars or 71 trading days or 105 days total, okay? So almost 4 months total days, so really 3.5 months, we've lost 60% of where we're at. At one point it got as bad, and once again, this is just from November 16th where we really started to tumble. We're down 70% at our lowest point. So what I mean by that is, so now the chart is saying we're ready for a reversal. So that means How do we get reversals? That means, oh, good news is going to be released. So anyway, we're butting up right here on this falling wedge. How traditionally you trade the falling wedge is going to be, once you have the breakout, you'll probably get a retest, and then you trade where normal traders would take profit is going to be, let me just, right up in here. So pretty much right where it starts. So up here in this, 30 to 45, $35 to $45 range, that is going to be where, if you were a normal trader, not just a buy and hold ape, that is going to be where you would play the breakout two of this falling wedge. So in my opinion, it definitely indicates, a move back towards the upside right there as far as that is concerned. Sorry guys, I'll let my phone go dead. So see, I'm working on planning out my videos. All right, now let's talk candles. So candle-wise, what I'm going to be looking at is going to be, so I tweeted out the fact that we had the bullish engulfing candle. And once again, so the candlestick patterns are there to just give you an indication of what might come next. So we had this one right here. Let me get back here. So if you'll remember, I tweeted out about this bearish engulfing candle right here, and thankfully it didn't play out, but it was on low volume. And then the very next day we had the bullish engulfing, and then the bullish engulfing played out. And then that's when I said, this bullish engulfing candle right here, last time we had one, we had a 15% move. Now I also said in my video that's not likely because it's Friday, option pinning, things of that nature. But I really think that Friday came pretty close to about as good as we could hope for as far as beating max pain and, staying up towards the top of the falling wedge and everything like that. So I was very happy with Friday. I said in a perfect world, I would have liked to seen it close over like 1850 just because that would have been actually out of the falling wedge, and then that way Monday we could kind of maybe retest the top, and then obviously Tuesday earnings be where we start to push out. Unfortunately, that didn't come to fruition, even though if you follow me on my channel, I called the exact price about 30 minutes before close of what it was going to finish up at. Just kidding. But we've got this doji candle right here. This doji candle, last time we saw one, which I tweeted out, was back here in August, right before, or I apologize, right after earnings. Yeah, so the day after, nope, 2 days after earnings, okay? We saw another doji candle, which turned into, also too, once again, like I tweeted out, a 80% move. So right here from the bottom to the top, where we had our Morningstar candle right here, we saw basically an 80% move right there. So doesn't guarantee us success in the future, but we all know that AMC has a habit of repeating past patterns, so to speak. So I think this doji candle is great. Also, I'm going to pull him up real quick. John, and I'm probably not saying his last name right, but Hollowak, I don't know. Sorry, John, if you watch this. But he was tweeting out how we had a piercing candle. Yeah, so we had a piercing line candle right here on the 3-day chart. And essentially what a piercing line candle is once you have a bullish candle that pierces the 50% line of the bearish candle the day before, that indicates a reversal pattern. So that's another good sign. So like I said, there's lots of things indicating moves back towards the upside. Yeah, here's where I tweeted out about the doji candle right here. Okay, so once again, doesn't guarantee us success, but we have some very nice patterns that are getting ready to play out as far as, once again, purely candlesticks. I'll do a whole nother video on indicators and everything along those lines. So yeah, last thing I want to talk about, then I'll let you guys get out of here. So if we invert AMC's chart, let me get rid of the wedge here. So if we inverted AMC's chart, what you would be seeing right here about to play out is what's called a double top. Okay, so sorry if this is too blinding, but essentially what a double top does is if you're right here, you have two major points of resistance. Once it meets that resistance again and gets rejected off, more than likely it is going to tumble. So I've done this a couple times before, but if you look at AMC's chart, once again, flipped upside down, and you looked at it from this perspective right here, you would be looking at, oh man, we're starting to get that double top formation right here. So we have two areas of resistance. Okay, and essentially how you would play out this double top pattern. Just had a good example up here. Dang, where'd that come? Okay, yeah. So here, so if you look over here, the second peak, and then you got your neckline. All right, so this essentially right in here, this would be the neckline. So how you could look at this pattern playing out is something like this. So it would break the neckline, it would come back up to retest, and then it would push on down and through pretty much all the way back to where it started. Okay, so this is how you would be playing this double top right up in here. Sorry, I like to try to get my line where. Okay, so once again, something like this, okay? And you can look at it as, once again, oh, this massive green bar, tried to really push that, and oh no, it's starting to get rejected. So, we could come back here. I don't think it's likely to come back and test the 15 range, again, but we definitely could. I think it's more than likely we could see something like this, especially as, this move gets weaker and weaker and weaker right here, the more likely we are to tumble. So if we flip the chart back around, I would be looking for some type of move like this right here, okay? I've talked about multiple times on my channel right here, this big trend line right here from our all-time high where it's just got a ton of rejection points is going to be a tough one to break. Going into this week, that would be up in that kind of $22, $23 range. So I think a move like that is going to be possible. So anyway, purely just from looking at candlesticks, looking at the wedge, everything along those lines, that's pretty much what I'm going to be looking for going into next week. You guys know the deal. I'm not a financial advisor. Trade your plan. Do whatever is best for you. But at the end of the day, like I said, nobody's ever going to tell me when to buy or sell anything, so I'm not going to tell anybody else when to buy and sell anything. I'm just trying to point out patterns and what you can expect to see. If anything is helpful to you guys, always, please like and subscribe the channel. But other than that, I'll make a whole bunch more videos. So next time, like I said, we'll do a video over, a lot of the indicators and fib retracements that I'm going to be looking at. I'll do a video over how I would be looking at possibly doing options. And then we'll do kind of our fundamentals and, looking at some more conspiracy theory stuff. But anyway, enjoy your weekend, guys. I am going to take my beautiful bride out. Yesterday was her birthday, so man, she's a smoke show. But I'm gonna take her out this evening, so I won't be around much this evening, and then I'll hopefully get at least 1 or 2 videos out tomorrow. But like I said, follow me on Twitter. We can ask questions, smash trolls, all that good fun stuff together. All right. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon. Be good.